Brenda J. Lilly here with the Bridge Artistic Network. I wanted to put out a small disclaimer before we launch into today's video. I am not a licensed therapist. I am just a fellow creative artist who hopes to encourage, engage, and hopefully empower other creative artists to go out and live their art dream. Okay, here we go into today's video. I hope you enjoy it. Well, good Monday morning, everybody. Brenda J. Lilly here with the Bridge Artistic Network's Monday Morning Kickstart. I hope you like this video. If you do, give us a thumbs up, like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with everyone you know so that we can all continue to become who we were created to be. Thanks so much. See you on the flip side. Good Monday morning, everybody. Brenda J. Lilly here with the Bridge Artistic Network. And it is time for a Monday morning kickstart. Huzzah! Today is September 29th, the last Monday of September. I cannot believe we are here. It is also what would have been my mom's birthday. And so today, I want to celebrate her by talking about celebrating. It's something we don't think about often, most of us. Some of us do. But I'm not talking about the big celebrations, the holidays. Those are natural to celebrate, although some of us find that hard. Um, but it's a natural flow into the idea of celebrating and whatever form of celebration those take for you is yours to hold, right? So, if celebrating Christmas, I've been alone on Christmas quite a bit in my life in times. And Christmas to me is maybe waking up and having a really nice breakfast that I make myself, and then talking to my family on the phone or video chat. And then at some point, settle in for a movie marathon. Like that can be Christmas celebration for me. And I find that just as fabulous as getting together with a whole group of people and the hustle and bustle of that and, opening gifts or having a fabulous meal together, whatever that is. I've celebrated different holidays many different ways, depending on the circumstance that I find myself in. But I want to talk about celebrating the small wins. I want to talk about taking a moment and congratulating yourself for completing something that wasn't easy for you to complete or that has taken a lot of your energy and time or was just a task that you didn't relish but you did it anyway. I want to talk about celebrating the small wins in life. My mom wasn't a holiday person. She hated Christmas. I love Christmas. She hated birthdays. I celebrate my birthday month, which, by the way, is coming up in October. We were very different when it came to the idea of celebration and the joy that that brings to a person. But here's what mom did. She didn't like Christmas because it was too much pressure, like having to get a gift for a specific day for a specific person and have it be the right gift. What she liked to do was throughout the year just do things for people. She was an acts of service lady. I mean, she lived her whole life, her whole adult life as a nurse. She took care of people, right? And so she would always say to me, "Why does it have to be one day that we just celebrate and give gifts to each other? Why does it have to be so pressurized that it has to be this one day? Why can't we do this throughout the year?" And I thought to myself, I don't know, why can't we? And so I want to talk about that because I think part of the joy of life is the idea of celebrating, right? The idea of saying, "Yes, let's do that," and coming together with people. And so it's not just about like those big holiday events. It is celebrating the mundane, celebrating the just got her done kind of things, right? Appreciating the work it took to get here and stopping for a minute and celebrating that moment, however you want to celebrate. If you take yourself out for dinner, if you've completed a big project that has taken you away from your friends and your family for a while, to get back together with them over a meal or just a cup of coffee, having a chit chat. One of my cousins was out of the country for a few weeks, and I texted him this week and said, "Hey, we need to food." And that's our word for we need to go out and have something to eat together. We need to, you know, get together. And I don't really care if we go out or if we stay in, it doesn't matter to me. The point is to gather together, to come together and hear all of each other's news, right? And catch up. I was at an Irish festival this weekend, and I bumped into another cousin of mine that I had not seen since my mother's funeral. And we literally sat for a good solid 2 hours and just chatted and caught up, and it was good. We celebrated each other's big wins and little wins. We congratulated each other on, and we listened to each other. I think that's part of celebrating, right? But part of celebrating by yourself, because that can be something we do. You're in the middle of a project, you're trying to get something done, you're trying to get something accomplished, and you accomplish it. Nobody else is there to see the accomplishment. So, my question is, do you stop to celebrate, or do you just carry on to the next thing? And that was what my mom was good at. She stopped. She stopped to appreciate the hard work that it took to get something done. And whether she stopped for 10 minutes and had a cup of coffee, or whether she stopped and said, "Hey, let's go out to dinner," or whether she stopped and just, I mean, my mom was a smoker for 52 years. So whether she stopped and smoked a cigarette and watched her favorite television show, which was Murder, She Wrote, it didn't much matter. The point was to stop, take a breath, take a moment to appreciate what you just did, whatever that thing was, whether that was getting the lawn mowed, or whether that was helping a neighbor in need, whether that was taking a woman in town, an elderly woman in town, out on a weekend vacation so she got to see a little bit more of the world, or whether that was helping her daughter pack for another life adventure, or whatever it was. She would Once it was accomplished, she would stop and appreciate the accomplishment. And I appreciate that so much as an adult now, because I know that you're supposed to do that. To roll right into the next mess that you have to fix turns life into a series of stuff and things and tasks and chores. Okay, so I sent out a document to my family because we just had a big family transition, and my niece and her husband and her two girls just moved in yesterday. Um, and so we talked about it as a family. We had a family sit down meeting about how it was going to work here at the vicarage, right? How do we do this? How do we make the vicarage run with 6 people in it? And so they asked we should set up like a chore chart, right? So that it doesn't fall all on one person. Okay. So I put together a 3-page document of what it takes to keep the vicarage running on a weekly basis. And then I said, look, I don't look at this as a chore. I look at this as a gift I give my family. Now, sometimes it feels like a chore, depending on the mood I'm in, but most often it feels like a gift. And so when you finish doing the work that it takes to do whatever task you're in the midst of, make sure you've scheduled in a little bit of downtime in between tasks so that you can celebrate, so that you can pat yourself on the back for just even a couple minutes to drink a cup of coffee or your favorite beverage, whatever that is, and breathe and say, yeah, okay, that was good. And appreciate the work that you did. Appreciate how much it took to accomplish whatever it is you've accomplished. And then move on to the next thing. Not only does this help with life not becoming a drudgery, not becoming just utilitarian, completely utilitarian. The only reason I'm on this planet is to do these tasks, whatever they are. It helps you realize that you are contributing in a way that helps other people. I don't care if it's cleaning a toilet. That helps other people stay healthy. I don't care if it's sweeping and mopping. It doesn't matter how big or small the task is. I just finished sweeping, swiffering, and vacuuming the entire downstairs of my house. Now, I do it twice a week, so it's really not that big a deal. But I still stopped for another cup of coffee. I think the hardest thing is getting the dog hair off the couch, and I do that more than twice a week. Stop for a cup of coffee. Stop to appreciate, yeah, this looks good. I'm happy. This makes me happy. I don't know what that thing is for you. I don't know what task you're in the midst of today as you're listening to this video or what you have coming up for yourself. But when you've accomplished your goal, stop before you jump into the next thing. Find a way to celebrate, whatever that is. Find a way because it's important. It adds life, it adds breath, and it brings joy and also a sense of understanding why we do what we do. You're not just doing things to do them, there's purpose behind them. Even the most mundane of tasks, making sure there's toilet paper on the toilet paper roll. You had your toilet paper, but if you use up the last bit of toilet paper, I don't know why I'm stuck on this, but if you have the last bit of toilet paper and you don't replace the roll, and then the next person goes in, we've all been caught there. It's not a pleasant experience. Like, these are helpful things. The purpose is not for you necessarily, The purpose is you're taking care of other people. You're treating people the way you would hope they would treat you. And that is something to be celebrated. So, mundane task or amazing task that makes you happy. Maybe you painted some fresco, or you finished a mural, or you finished your next piece, whatever it is. Stop. Take a step back. Take a breath. Pour your favorite beverage. Take yourself out to lunch. Call a friend. Spend some time with other people and celebrate together. That's all I have for today. The art of celebration is something that we need to make sure we keep in our personage and in our family, that we train up the next generation to say the tasks are important, celebration is important. These things go together, and it's not exclusive to a specific day or time. And it doesn't have any sort of formula. The way you celebrate whatever it is you've accomplished is completely up to you. The world is your oyster, and the only thing that hinders how you celebrate is yourself, your own imagination. Stop. Enjoy the world you are helping to create. It's so important. All right. That's all I have for today. It's a short video. I hope you liked it. If you did, like, subscribe, and share. All right. I will see you next week, and it will be October, my birthday month. Hey, thank you so much for watching our video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, subscribe. What are you waiting for? All right. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye.